Well, thanks for joining me back out here on the 20 again. It's August 25th and I'm out here finishing up the last of the food plot work we got out here on the 20. So basically what I'm standing in now is a spot I originally disced up for just winter rye, but then you know, going through everything and more research and thinking to myself, I figured I'm gonna go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. So as you can see behind me, I went through and I took the bush hog to it, trimmed it all real short, and went over and disced up pretty much all of it. It's pretty disced up, just a lot of dead grass on top. So what I need to do today is go ahead and get this glyphosate out, spray it all on anything that's green, and make sure we get a good kill on it. And then today, if I have time before work, or tomorrow, I'm going to come out and I'm going to be planting, instead of just winter rye, I'm going to be planting some iron clay cowpeas, some more soybeans, and some purple top turnips. Now, this isn't the time of the season here in Kansas to be planting the peas or the soybeans, but the purpose behind that is I don't plan on them to grow completely to maturity and have soybeans or pea pods on them. You know, I'm just doing it to kind of attract the deer to this spot. You know, I'm not going to have a fence off like I did my actual soybean food plot, which is right here next to us. This food plot actually just kind of outskirts the soybeans, which I'm hoping is kind of going to be a filter for them, coming off the neighbors or coming out of the cedars behind me, coming straight to the you know, the filter of the winter rye, peas, soybeans, and turnips, and then filtering into the beans to give us a shot out of the blind, you know, which we'll switch that up. If I put a stand out here somewhere behind me for a deer that's just hanging out in the too far out bow range, we'll do that. But so it's a little bit too late for the peas and soybeans to really grow to maturity, so I don't mind if they're going to nip them off or whatnot as they get. It's just about attracting the deer around here, because after putting this plot screen up around my soybeans and then planting the soybeans and putting the fence around it, it's really deterred the deer from using this area as much as they did before, when it was just a solid grass field. Before, they would cut right behind our house and cut straight through here, but now that plot screen is too tall and thick that they don't come behind our house anymore. And with the soybean having the fence on it up until last week or so, they never went out to see the soybeans. I mean, that worked out perfectly. My soybeans look phenomenal. They're all mature. They got a ton of pods on them, so I couldn't have been happy with how that worked. But like I said, I'm gonna get out here, spray all that, and come back out, put the seed down. And the only thing I'm planting today is gonna be the turnips, the soybeans, and the cowpeas. And it'll be today or tomorrow that I plant them, because we got some rain coming in the forecast. You know, I would really want to get the turnips and everything out a couple weeks ago, but we have just been in a little bit of a drought here. We haven't had rain for 3 weeks or so. So as you can maybe see, this dirt below me is just, I mean, just super dry. So with having rain in the forecast, finally it's time to get it out and see what comes of it. You know, winter rye can be planted late, even all the way into October, so I'm not too worried about that. That's gonna be the main forage for the deer out here, and the other stuff is just more of an attractant. The turnips too are gonna be a pretty good attractant out here, and they should be able to get to maturity, since they only take about 5 weeks. So I mean, as long as we start getting rain and continue to get rain on through October, we should be fine, and they should do good. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all that done, and it should be looking pretty great out here. I can't wait to show you guys some updates on how it's doing. Hopefully it turns out pretty solid out here, because having a mixture of the grasses from the winter rye, you know, the turnips and broadleafs of the peas and the soybeans, I'm not really going to be able to spray any of this stuff with glyphosate or any other herbicides that I got for my soybeans, clover and such not, because they all go against each other, so it'll be hard to control the weeds. So hopefully I'll get a good growth from everything now, and here in about 2 more weeks from today, as long as the soybeans and peas and turnips look like they're doing good, I'll start coming out, and I'm probably going to put 50 pounds of winter rye out every week for 4 weeks. So I'm gonna have 200 pounds, and this I sectioned this out using hunt stand and onyx, and it's about right around, I mean, I'm not perfect obviously with it, but it's right around 3/4 of an acre to a little bit less than that. So it should work out great. Should have a good amount of food out here for them, and hopefully be a, you know, a herd influencer out here just on this little 20 acres. So I can't wait to see how it comes, and can't wait to show you guys how the season goes for us out here. We got some great looking bucks, and I'm hoping this is exactly what it takes out here to get these bucks within range. So hope you guys enjoy the episode. Well, now that we've finished spraying this new food plot with glyphosate, I think we pretty much covered it all. It's a little tough having a lot of that dead grass just sitting on top of some new grass, but we made sure we covered basically everything. But so that should give our seeds a good start. There's a lot of good seed to soil contact we're going to be having, so, and that dead grass should just kind of act like a mulch and kind of help hold moisture down, so that'll really help. So like I said, I got my purple top turnips, my soybeans, and my iron clay cowpeas there. So like I said, the whole idea behind the peas and the soybeans, you know, I only got 5 pounds each, and it's late August right now. I don't plan, and the intentions of planting them are not for them to reach full maturity and develop pods and so on. So it's not meant for that. Basically, it's just meant for you know, early browsing pressure on this food plot with having turnips and winter rye, something that deer around here might not be completely used to. They're gonna be filtered in here by those young soybean and pea plants, and that'll help them start to graze and try the others, and then kind of build the herd on coming into it. So it's really basically just a sweetener in a sense, just kind of sweeten the deal up with putting the food plot out here. So we're gonna go ahead and get the seed mixed up. I'm just gonna mix up the soybeans and the peas right now. That way I can get an even throw out on it, since the turnips are a lot smaller. And I got 5 pounds of turnips, but I'm only gonna put about 2.5 pounds out here on this 3/4 acre spot. So once again, I'm not trying to drown out the entire field with turnips. You know, I want there to be a good amount of winter rye out here too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out. Well, I got the soybeans and the cowpeas out, and you know, I did that since I only had 10 pounds and I was covering 3/4 acres. When I put, so 10 pounds on 3/4 acres is what I put. On my actual bean plot, about an acre, I planted 70 pounds. So you can understand how I was planting it pretty sparse out here, and that's for a purpose. You know, I don't plan on it living very long or reaching maturity, like I said multiple times now. But you know, there's probably 3 or 4 seeds per square yard, square foot, but they're going to get nipped off really early and shut the growth down then. I said it's just basically something to get them started coming out here and get them started on this food plot. But now we're ready for the purple top turnips. So this is a 5 pound bag of them, and 5 pounds to 7 pounds what you would want to plant on an acre. So since this is a 3/4 acre plot and we're not planting it only in turnips, we're going to be putting winter rye here in a couple weeks after we get this food plot already kind of established and the turnips and everything starting to grow and do well, then we'll come in here and put about 25 pounds of winter rye per week for 4 weeks. So that being said, I'm only going to be putting 2 to 2.5 pounds, only half about this bag, or a little bit less than half of this bag out here. Spread it out and let it grow, because like I said, I don't want it just to be turnips. I don't want the turnips to take over everything, cover the entire area. I want to leave some room to be able to put my winter rye out here. So that's what we're going to do, and I can't wait to see it after a couple weeks. Supposed to rain pretty good the next couple weeks, which is nice, because we've had a 3 to 4 week drought now. It's just been crazy out here. Most of this plot, after I disced it and cut it, that was enough to kill most of the grass. You know, it wasn't growing back because it was too short and the heat and drought was just too much. So, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the turnips out, and can't wait to see how it turns out. Well guys, it's September 4th now. It's been about a week since I went out and planted this food plot now, and it's doing pretty good for what rain we did get. You know, it only rained for a few hours one day, and that's about it. And like I said, with the soil being really dry, I was kind of worried it wouldn't really have any effects, since I knew it was going to soak pretty far down in the soil. But we did have some good germination. As you can see, I got some peas out here in front of me. There's some beans around here, a few of those coming up, and then the turnips are doing really well. So it's looking out to be pretty great. You know, I can't wait to watch it grow in the weeks to come. And like I said, here in another week, as long as the turnips are still continuing to grow and at a level where I believe they can, you know, withstand me putting the pressure of having that winter rye out here with in competition, then I'm gonna go ahead and put up the winter rye out next weekend. So that'll be technically the weekend after Labor Day weekend, which I know a lot of people use Labor Day weekend as the weekend to plant winter rye in a lot of areas, and some other later season grasses like wheats and such. But that's what the plan is out here. I mean, it's looking pretty great. I'm pretty excited about it. Excited for season to start. You know, here in Kansas, youth season actually starts this weekend, and bow season is only 10 days away. So I can't wait to finally get out and hunt. But you know, we still got a little bit of work left to do before that, and everything's looking to be a great season out here, even especially on this 20-acre property. So thanks for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed.